Okay, we're coming back. Coming for a drag. Nice. Oh, you're a fucking dirty enter. Ooh. This replay told on yourself. You shouldn't have requested for an op.gg review. You shouldn't have requested it. Cause you're a dirty little enter. Alright guys, welcome back. We are about to look at a Seraphine mid gameplay here. I picked this game because I felt like there's a lot of plays that could have been prevented. I didn't watch it, of course, but stat-wise, it just looks like there's a lot of plays that could have been prevented, and I know that was something that we've been working on in the past couple of sessions that we've had, was that we want to understand specifically what plays are going to have good outcomes and bad outcomes. You know, we want to see that play happen before because we want to be able to stop those plays before they do happen. Now, I understand this is your team, so give or take, you could say, well, they don't listen sometimes and blah, blah, blah. But that does not get around the fact that we should still be able to notice some of these plays because you should not be a part of them if that's truly what you're thinking, if it is a bad play or not. So we're going to be just kind of going over some of these plays and seeing and understanding the outcome of these plays and if there's anything that we could have done or prevented by just telling our team, hey, this is not a good idea, and we'll see kind of how that goes. Before we get started, though, I want to say thank you guys for being my Patreons: Slippery Slappers, Captain Reed, Axonology, Alana, ABC Troll, Tiny Panther, and Bear and Infinity. I don't know why I had two ands in there, but I did. If it was for you guys, we wouldn't be able to actually have these free VOD reviews and free coaching sessions and things like that for these people, for the players out there that play League of Legends. So thank you guys for supporting me on my Patreon. It means a lot, and I wouldn't be able to do it without you. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's get into the game here, and let's see pretty much what could have been done a little bit differently. Now, I'm not looking for things that will change the outcome of the entire game. Just looking at some of the things that we could have been prevented to help reduce some of the deaths that we had as a team, as a whole. Seraphine is jamming. Oh, wait, so she dances differently per each skin. The more you know. The more you know. That's okay. That's pretty unique. That's pretty unique. I like that. Holy crap, that's unique. Okay, so who the world are we going against? I'm guessing Dinger. All right, so with this, okay, it's Yone. Wait, who is that? That is Yone. Wait, oh, so it's Dinger. But I was like, what in the what? Okay, so the first thing we want to do is ask ourselves these three questions. What does Seraphine usually want to do to win lane? Well, for the most part, she just wants to kind of poke you if she can. She wants to try to bully you. What does Yone want to do? Same exact thing. So with this in mind, where is the best place to keep the wave? More towards our tower. Why? Because he can't really attack us in the tower. He's a melee champion. If we perma push this guy in, well, he can just hop on us whenever he wants to, and we're going to have a really hard time disengaging. If we have the tower, if we have the minions near our tower, that does open him up for roams, but if he doesn't get anything out of those roams because you are paying and they're paying attention, you get a lot more out of just getting the minions. So it's the ideal place to kind of keep the wave, is near our tower. Okay. So with Seraphine, you're gonna have to pay way more attention to your ability usage because all your abilities like control the wave, right? Which is very, very interesting. She's like Tristana in an aspect. In order for you to do anything, you're kind of gonna screw up your wave. So you want to make sure that if you are going to use your abilities, it is to last hit while also hitting him, so it's not messing up your freeze. The only reason why he's not freezing it in front of his tower is because he keeps screwing his wave up too. So we want to try to limit how much we actually use our abilities when we're playing this champion, because it does screw up our wave if we plan to control it in a certain spot. As you see right there, you're trying to go for the shot. The best way you can do this without screwing up your wave is really pay attention. This is going to take a lot of like understanding of your ability. You really have to know, and you could do it because you even did it before. So when we go for shots like this, if you really have a reason to poke this guy and you're trying to get him down to kill potential, throw this to the side so the outer bubble actually hits him at the same time without actually screwing your wave over. That is if you want to control the wave into a certain spot. I don't know specifically what you're thinking right now, but if you are looking to say, hey, I'm not trying to screw up my wave, try to toss your stuff to the side. The same thing for that straight line shot, right? We want to do that the same exact way. So what we want to do is we want to stand over here to the side and launch it this way. Hit him with the corner. Like, hit him with the corner of the ability, right? It's not that big, I know, but hit him with like the corner. So that way it's not screwing your wave up. But the entire time so far, we've been kind of just, you know, screwing up our wave on accident. Good exhaust. Damn, that sucks you at the flash. Oof, he got killed anyway. So if we had this wave right here, right, and we were further back, when we came back from that specific play, you would have taken a tower shot, and you would have been farther away from Grace. So really understand your ability usage when it comes to playing her so she doesn't script your wave. Pay more attention when you poke. Using champions with AoE spells. And I think all your champions that you play have AoE spells. So when you're going for that poke, I know we talked about it with, what's her face? Zoe? We didn't talk about it about Syndra, but it's the same way. Don't like you pushing it here, just keep it here. Why do we not want to push it? Because these minions are going to kill these minions way faster than you pushing it and having the tower kill it. So just let the minions kind of die. It's in a good spot for us anyway. But because you're doing this, right? Look how he lost 2 minions already, and that's with you perma shoving the wave. But he comes back to 4. When you could have had the wave still sitting right here, and that wouldn't have happened, and he would have still lost the CS. Now you're going to go roam. I don't think you can do anything with this play, but let's see what you do. Pro plays. The man's a legend. Oh, no, he didn't do anything with the play. The man didn't do anything with the play. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen. Even if you would have landed it, like, that was still really, really sketch. And you lost a lot of minions for doing that play. So as I said, we really want to pay attention to the specific outcome of these plays before you go for these plays. It makes it a lot easier. So when do you start pathing? Right now. This is where you're going. So right now you're like, okay, we can do it. This is free. And you're right, this is pretty easy. The thing you have to realize is she has no mana. How is Tarek full mana? Is he not healing? Okay, he's hooked and he's dead. At this point, okay, this play's over. I go back. Instead, we decide to keep going because we committed already. So because we didn't realize the outcome of that play, we had a really bad roam. We lost a lot of minions, XP and gold, and now we're below half HP, which means we'll probably die in the next couple of seconds. Super close to dying in the next couple of seconds. And now we're going to lose even more because then you obviously had the back there. All because of one roam. And that's why it's really important for mid laners to really be able to get these roams. If you mess up a roam, kind of the same with the top lane. If you like TP, and you can't really get anything out of it, you're screwed. You don't want that to be you when you're playing mid or top. So we're still perma pushing it in. I will say though, when you do go around roaming and like doing stuff, you're actually doing stuff. You're not just shoving it up and doing nothing. You're warding, you're getting vision. So very, very good on you for that one. You see how he's able to just come at you? This is why we want to freeze it right here so that he can't do that. And if he does do that, he takes tower shots. That way it allows us to get strong. And that way it also allows our jungler to come gank for free. Because I think you're throwing a lot of the potential to play your lane properly out of the window because you want to poke and you want to harass and you want to do a lot of damage to this guy. But you don't have to. Because you screwed yourself. And he's just going to keep doing that thing on repeat. So remember, understand how you want to play your lane and stick to that. If you're going to shove like this and do stuff like that, you want to have a specific reason of why. so you don't end up in a really, really bad situation. Okay, so far we had 3 fights. We'll say 3 fights. We've had more than that. I'm just saying 3 because you died twice and got 1 kill, even though I know the second fight, quote unquote, got you the kill. But we're just going to say we had 3 fights. We had more than 3 fights, but we're just going to say those are the amount of fights we actually had. And getting kills with them, if we did or didn't lead to anything at all. It wouldn't have led to anything. It wouldn't have progressed the game at all. It would have just like led to a death, you know? So we're still pretty much just fighting for no reason a lot of the times. Okay, we're coming back, coming for a drag. Nice. Oh, you're a fucking dirty enter. Ooh, this replay told on yourself. You shouldn't have requested for an op.gg review. You shouldn't have requested it. Cause you're a dirty little enter. Okay, so that fight was kind of decent. Like the reasoning behind the fight was because we wanted to fight for the Rift Herald, it looked like. We still want to look for that Rift Herald. Like, that's what we should be pinging or be telling our jungler and whatnot. Especially because we have Volibear pushed up. And there's 3 bot. That's an easy Rift Herald. Go for that play. But instead we don't. We should go for Rift Herald now. Right? Okay, about time. Wait, what am I watching? You're a dirty little enter. What are you doing, man? Jesus. All right, so the best bet now is to play around that Match G, and we want him to start split pushing. We don't really win a 5v5, so we don't really want to have one. We just want this guy to start split pushing. You want to break the team up as much as possible so that he can do his job. Yeah, it doesn't look like you're taking any control over the game. And as I said, it's okay if you're not playing like your solo queue, but you still need to be practicing those specifics, right? We still need to be practicing whether we're playing I keep wanting to say Crash. Whether we're playing Clash, Flex, Normals, we still want to have these good habits being tossed out when we're playing. It shouldn't really be, okay, well, I'm playing solo queue. That's where all these habits come into play. Because what happens is you're just going to forget. And when you forget, it's going to make it a lot harder for you to improve at what you're trying to improve on. So when it comes to playing the Clash like this, we want to still make sure that we're fighting for an actual reason instead of just randomly fighting. We want to make sure that we are dictating to our team how we want to play. Just like that time that we met a couple days ago. Was it a couple days ago, right? I could be wrong. It was a couple days ago. Last week. There was that game where you were playing it live, right? And you were pretty much losing. Like, you were not, like, everybody was doing bad. But because you dictated the game, you know, we were telling them what to do. We were telling them where to go. You know, little certain things here or there where we're pinging them. That's how you control the game. And although I was helping you a little bit, that's still how we want to make sure that we play every single game. The way you're playing this game right now is, well, whatever fight happens, I'll try my best to clean it up. And that's not what we want to do. And that's why I said I want to look at this game, because it definitely showed in your stats that that's exactly what happened. So, once again, you know, control the game more. Do not fight unless it's on your terms. Try this out in normal skin. Don't try it in a ranked, but only fight when you want to, okay? Be really, really selfish about it. Only fight when you want to. And tell me how many fights you actually have. compared to how many fights you don't usually have. Like I said, do it on normals because you're probably going to lose the game. But it's just an exercise. And tell me how many fights you have. Tell me how many fights are actually gone successfully. And we'll see. Because a lot of your fights are so coin flippy because a lot of your fights are just random. Like, you're not really... not all of them, of course. But a handful of them are definitely... Well, I guess the fight's starting. What do? I'll try my best. And you don't want it that way. You know, you want it to be... You guys lost this game? Damn. Okay, get out here. You're not getting that, Baron. Let that shit go. You're gonna die. My man, this is crazy. Once again, fight's happening over here. And you're not wanting to be a part of it. And then you're like, oh, I guess I have to be a part of it. No way you guys lose. Oh, you guys do fucking lose. Holy shit. Okay, still fighting, still fighting. And we established that Master Yi is your team, right? And because we're not fighting on our terms, we're fighting a fight very loosely. And what I mean by that is you don't really know what comes next in this fight. You're kind of playing the fight by ear. And that shouldn't ever really be a case when you're playing. You always want to know how to play that specific fight. There shouldn't be random occurrences where you have to deal with it on the go. You should know specifically, okay, well, I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this next. We go back just a little bit. All right, so it's like, okay, I want to snare him. Okay, we get our GA down. Okay, next we go on the Thresh. Oh, okay, I see Heimerdinger over there. Next we go for Heimerdinger. Okay. Like, you should know what to do next. But as you see it, it's so on the fly, you're making mistakes. You know when you watch like an LCS game or just a pro player game in general, in those fights they're always talking. Okay, focus, get them. All right, go next, go him. Like that's because they need to have that one or two people like shot calling. Usually it's one to know how that fight's gonna plan out and to know what to do next. And then the other teammates just kind of follow along with it because it's like, okay, well that's shit. He's a shot caller, right? So. That's how it should be, not only in your Clash games, but in your solo queue games, in your normal games, in your flex games. There should not be fights that are happening and you're just fighting them on a whim. You should know every single damn detail that's gonna come next after the fight. If we were paying attention to that, we would have known, okay, stop. We got one kill. Our Master Yi died. We went 1 for 1. Back up. That's good for us. Let's defend tower. Because it wasn't planned out. It happened to be a whole bunch of random ass shit happening, and we ended up losing the game. But thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you got any questions, feel free to ask me. If you guys like any free VOD reviews, make sure you join my Discord, and we'll get that set up. Thank you guys for approaching this like a coach. And until next time, stay safe, and look out for the next VOD review, because it will be soon, like per usual. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good rest of your night.